I just seen a video about epigenetics, and it proved what I already know, what I believe my mother figured out when I was much younger than I am now. I had gotten into something at school, like a fight, and that was like kind of a regular thing. Like I was very temperamental, very explosive, just very that kind of energy. And I remember talking to my mom about something, and she just looked at me and she was just like, "It's so odd to me that you carry the same type of anger and fight and fights that I have, where you didn't live the life that I lived. You didn't have to survive the way that I had to." And she was like, it was almost like she was realizing in that moment that it's kind of like passed down to me, and that's what epigenetics is. Apparently, like we take our parents' nervous system. Literally, like we take our mom's nervous system. So if we have anxious moms or moms with trauma and things like that, which we do because we all have some type of trauma, that literally is in our DNA and genetically implanted into us. And I just seen a video on that, and it reminded me of that moment that I had with my mom. And I just remember seeing and cause I remember thinking to myself too, like that's such an odd thing, but I guess it can happen, like because she was right that how the life that my mom had and the life that she afforded me to have is so different. So there was no reason for me to be fighting and aggressive and things in that nature, not the way that I was. But it was because it was that type of that trauma and the things that she experienced and went through, and even the ones that my grandmother experienced and went through, which was even more trauma filled, still reflects me. So it's surprising, but then at the same time, it's not, because that is what we talk about with generational curses and why we have to break those things, because it's really so much, sometimes so DNA embedded in us. And we all need fucking therapy. We all really just gotta heal. We really have to acknowledge our traumas and just work through them so they won't pass down the same to the next generation.